April 25, 1920, delegations from the triumphant nations meet in San Remo, Italy, to divide the conquered Turkish Empire. That historical meeting transformed the Middle East and, for the first time in nearly 2,000 years, the world's nations called for the re-establishment of a Jewish homeland in the area called Palestine. Article 22 of the Covenant of the League of Nations had granted the League the authority to create nations out of areas conquered in war. Britain received the mandate for Palestine and Iraq, while France gained control of Syria and Lebanon.
The San Remo Resolution gave the Jewish people this homeland. They called it the British Mandate, and the mandate actually charged the British government with establishing this as a Jewish homeland. The rest of the Middle East was carved up for the Arabs. So if you go back to international law, you can go back to the 1920 San Remo Resolution and see that it ratified the right of the Jewish people to establish their homeland in Israel.
France, Italy, and Japan sat on the San Remo Supreme Council, along with the U.S. and Britain, approving the San Remo decision. It was further approved by the 52 members of the League of Nations. This resolution became a binding international treaty and effectively answered a fundamental issue that still plagues the peace talks today. Is Israel an occupying power, or does it have a rightful claim to the land?
The war in the Middle East is not about land. The whole Palestinian case is a monster lie. There isn't an inch of Israel on Arab land. It was all controlled, owned, lock, stock, and barrel by the Turks, who aren't Arabs, for 400 years. And they lost the First World War.
The 1920 San Remo Resolution actually supersedes later UN resolutions. When the UN General Assembly divided the country in 1947, it exceeded its authority and jurisdiction. The doctrine in international law states, once you recognize a certain situation, the matter is executed. You cannot change it.
It is a legal document. Now people are ignoring it. So I'm telling them, read the history. Learn the legal right of the Jews to the land, and understand that beside the biblical rights, we have also historical and international law rights. Go back and see how many nations were created after the decision of the League of Nations. You cannot have double standards to the Israelis or to the Jews and to other nations that were created by the League of Nations to approve it. You have to follow the international law. We want people to treat us like every other nation.